journalists raising the issue of doping during the press conference.
What station is this? 1420?
Left.
1420 AM.
1420 AM?
Yeah.
Jetta
Here's the long one.
has her American colleague Tyson Gibb.
No, I think what we should do is we
In the
should start
dark.
with you. And then bring
Close to
Okay.
there. After his failed drug test announced on the weekend. And of course, Shalane Fraser-Price, training partner, friend of both Asante Powell and Shalane Simpson. And you all know their travails.
What?
On one hand, it is insensitive
What?
to raise
Get ready to go on the air. I'll call you back after the show.
who are not themselves
It started
caught
at
up
6.
in a storm about
Bye.
but
Ashton
I don't know
Remember
which
Kim?
journalist would go there
worked with us for a minute.
and
Who's your man?
leave
Yeah.
without asking
He's out being today?
questions about the
Yes, sir.
issues
Oh, Ben's right there.
affecting track and field right now.
He got some rail in the car.
And very high profile athletes who
I don't
have
think
been
good.
caught up. They may very well be innocent, although at least in Tyson Gay's case he says yes.
The calling number is 404
basically
292 1420.
due. But questions have to be asked, and a lot of times you hear people saying that, look, let me start from a different angle. Yes, the press media can be very intrusive at times, very insensitive, and we can facilitate a lot of
But your dad was thrilled to death.
conjecture,
Your dad, he was thrilled to
a
death.
lot of speculation,
I know he knows.
and
Know that.
we can harm the people caught up in the unfortunate circumstances like that, which is troubling Shalane Simpson and Asante Powell right now. But at the same time, if it weren't for us, the public wouldn't have much information. Maybe not.
No.
We're WATD 1420 AM, Decatur, Georgia.
The preceding program was paid for by the program's producer. Opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the management, staff, or ownership of WATB.
Else. So we do the work. So yes, we have to take blame for the use of the content. It's a part.
Still got the news on.
How do I put it off? Oh, she in the tape?
It's a part.
Power.
I didn't know. I thought she was on the computer. Welcome to the hot seat. Your boy Bam the Boss. Oh,
And I'm gonna come in here dragging. So
wow, man.
I'm tired, man. I don't know. I had a long day, but I am the undisputed king of urban media, and welcome to another edition of the Hot Seat Urban Media Radio Show. And today, Bam, you know what we got today. We have a super guest.
What makes it super?
Huh?
What makes it super?
What makes what makes it super? That's a good question. I don't know what makes it super. I guess we have a celebrity in the station. Maybe even a bigger celebrity than myself, and that's pretty hard to do. The top me.
I already introduced myself, man.
Huh?
I already introduced myself.
The top me, the undisputed king. Today, you want to introduce the guest, or you want me to introduce the guest?
You have it.
Huh?
You got it. It's on you.
I got it?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. We got to talk about the calendar before we introduce the guest. We got to, it's about us anyway, right?
All right.
Because this is the Hot Seat Urban Media Radio Show, so we come first. We should be good, hospitable guests, but, we should treat our guests better. But, we're going to do it the way we normally do it, I'm the big star. I'm the big fish today. But what is it? Which one? This Saturday will be where? Campbellton Road at the SUT Fun Family Fest. But, we'll just have a tent out there so you can come sit by the king at the Fun Family Fest on Campbellton Road.
How much you charge for autographs?
I'll do them for the low, about $50.
Oh, all right.
That's about as cheap as I can do it for. So take a picture with the king at the Family Fun Fest this Saturday on Campbellton Road. It's going to be the 2,000 book bags given away, school supplies, horseback rides, kids jump arounds, or whatever those things are called.
Horseback rides?
There's supposed to be horses there.
Oh, yeah?
You didn't know that?
She bringing horses?
No. Some, So don't hold me to any of this stuff. But the one thing I can assure you about Saturday, the Hot Seat Urban Media will definitely be there. And Bam, tell them about the really big one.
July 27th, Back to School Jam, Hot Seat Urban Media. At the West End Mall, some of the hottest talent in the world will be giving out 500 book bags and school supplies from 12 to 6.
12 to 6.
12 to 6, West End Mall.
We'll have about 25 youth acts, some of the best youth acts across the country.
And we just added a youth talent show, not a youth talent show, a youth fashion show.
Oh, and we added a youth fashion show. That's right. You did say that.
Yeah, youth fashion show.
And, at this time, Bam, since we're talking about the show, and we will have a celebrity guest at the show, and this time I'm going to introduce our celebrity here in the station, former lead singer of Atlantic Starr music group. If you're my age, you know exactly what group that is. But, if you're one of these young hip-hoppers, you might not know. But at this time, we want to welcome Porsche Martin to the Hot Seat Urban Media Radio Show.
Hi there. How are you guys doing?
Are you talking to me? Because it sounds like that was personal.
I'm talking to the
That was
two
personal.
guys.
So Porsche Martin,
Yes.
it's a pleasure to have you here. And you are the second biggest star in the room, and we appreciate you being the second biggest star.
Who would be the first?
The undisputed king of urban media talk. And we got to trace back the whole Atlanta Starr thing, and it was a coincidence that we met, and I guess they say God's work, and this is God's work once again.
How did y'all meet? Online dating?
Okay, you got Joe.
But anyway, so Porsche, you've done some things, and you've traveled some places, and
Yes, I have.
And I'm assuming you've had a long, lengthy career. And it all started here in ATL. You didn't know that, Bam, did you?
It did.
No, I just know that song, Secret Love.
Everybody knows that song, huh? But so, tell us about this journey. Tell us how it got started, and and bring us up to date. And then we're going to introduce some more people of yours, and we're going to take it from there. So we need to get from the beginning to today, and then we're going to move forward with what you have going on today, and on into the future. Because I see some anxious young folks out there ready to get in the hot seat.
Yes, they are.
And it's a little tougher than they think, but Well,
I know.
I'm going to act nice until you get in here.
Okay,
And
all
then just
right.
turn. I'm just going to turn on this. I treat men, women, children all the same, so I can't help it.
Well, it started, I've been singing since I was a little girl, but it started in '88. I was in Los Angeles. I was living in Los Angeles, and I auditioned for Atlantic Starr.
So, were you a singer?
Yes.
Were you were a singer? Because, I hear groups just like pick up beautiful women and then they just put them in the band.
No,
That's not true?
No, that's
Okay.
not. Even prior to that, I had a record deal with Polygram. I was in a girls group.
Okay.
And it didn't get off the ground. We ended up losing the deal. And I went to L.A. and I auditioned for Atlantic Starr, and I got it.
And you got it. So
yeah.
What's that feeling when you get hooked up with a band that's doing big things? How does that feel?
Oh, it was really surreal. We were being interviewed, and I was sitting next to David Lewis and Wayne Lewis and Jonathan Lewis, and I was just looking at them in amazement because, they had been in existence before I came into the group. I didn't started out with them. So I was looking at them, and I was like, oh, my God, I'm sitting next to, Atlantic Starr, And so it was really surreal for me. But it was a blessing. I was excited to get it. And
you called home and told Mom and Dad?
Oh, yeah.
Did they believe you?
Oh, yeah, they did.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have believed you.
I wouldn't tell Mom and Dad no lie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So did you get a check when you first signed, or how does it work?
Oh,
They give you some money right on the front end?
Yeah, I did. I got paid. I had a salary. I got paid weekly, whether we did anything or not. Because, yeah, because what happened was the way it works, see, they were already in existence.
Right.
So I came in as the female vocalist. I was the third. You can catch the unsung, and it'll tell you everything on unsung. And I was the third female. And so coming in at that point, they weren't really trying to tie me in totally to their organization. They used me as like a hired singer.
Okay, like a contract.
Like a contract singer, yes.
Okay.
And so I did a tour, and I did an album with them, and it was great.
So take me on a tour. Where did you tour?
We went to Japan.
Wow.
We went to Jamaica. We toured the United States. And, yeah, it was great. I went all across the country.
So in the beginning, it had to be kind of mind-blowing just to...
It was surreal. I mean, that's all I can say.
You're making money, you're traveling, you can do what you want to do, go
yes.
where you want to go. Wow.
Very exciting.
I can't go nowhere, man.
So where are you originally from?
I'm from Atlanta.
Yeah,
I am originally born and raised here. And I left here, like I said, I left here about 88. I left here in February of '88.
To pursue a singing career?
Yes, I knew it was what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to ask you again because I can't remember anything anyway. Did you sing in the church?
Of course,
Which church did you attend?
Mount Moriah Baptist Church.
You still go to Mount Moriah now?
No, I don't go to Mount Moriah.
Do you go to
My
church
dad
at all?
does.
I ain't asking about that. Do you go to church now?
I do.
What church do you attend?
I go to a Living Spiritual Center.
What is a Living Spiritual Center? It's obviously not how she was raised.
It's non-denominational, I've veered and done something different.
Is that a storefront church?
No, it's like a metaphysical.
You gotta bring all that down. We're not real smart around here, so what you talking about?
No, it is real cool. It just teaches you really how to live life in a very positive way, and that you control what happens to you.
So the Baptist church don't do that?
Yeah.
They do. I mean, it's all relative. All of it's relative.
So you sing in the choir?
I don't sing in the choir.
Wait a minute. God gave you this talent, and you're not sharing it. What's going on here?
Well,
I'm glad your parents are here. I can actually talk to them about this, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what? I passed the torch on. I'm actually more interested.
We're not talking about that.
Well, you asked me.
We're going to get there.
Am I singing?
Where you going?
She's trying to get out of the seat.
We'll get there. Yeah.
Okay,
but 10 minutes and she already trying to get out of the seat.
So obviously that was fulfilling. You did that. How many years were you with them?
3.
So, outside of me, who was the biggest star you ever performed with?
That I ever performed with?
Yeah, or you sat next to?
Oh.
Outside, next to me.
Belle Biv DeVoe, Eddie Murphy.
I'm bigger than that. Go ahead. You're going to name Michael Jackson or Steve Wonder or somebody. You're going to Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yeah, Belle Biv DeVoe.
BBD.
BB. Yep.
So, those are some of the bands you actually perform with, or you just...
Well, we ran the same circles, so yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But when we toured, I toured with Sheena Easton. Are you
Okay.
familiar with her?
Sheena E.
No, not Sheila E.
Sheena E.
Oh, you're talking about the white
Sheena,
girl.
yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah, I got
exactly.
you.
Yeah, and then Surface, which was a popular group back in the 80s.
Well, I know my music back in the 80s. I don't know nothing now, but I know I don't know no Surface.
Yeah.
What they sing?
You know what? I can't remember what they sung, but they were pretty big back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And they were on tour with us. They opened up, and Vesta Williams.
Oh yeah, Vesta was slimmed down and everything, right?
Yes, she's passed now.
You know what? Back in those days, did you?
Yes. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's me.
Yeah, you didn't see it. You didn't see it recently, like maybe September of last year.
Okay, it was real soon.
It was,
Yeah. You know, I tried to have a band. You know, everybody wanted to be in a band back in the day. I told you the story, right?
Oh,
so
man.
we had a band. I played the guitar. I had a big afro. And we auditioned for the school talent show, and they told us our music sounded like Chinese music. And they turned us away, unfortunately. And I put the guitar down and haven't played it since because it really scarred me for life. You know, so I don't do any of that anymore.
Right.
And I never could really sing. So anyway,
okay.
That's enough about me. So, Bam, are we current? Or are we still talking about her life on the road?
Life on the road, yeah.
Life on the road.
Okay. Some of the pitfalls. Give us some of the downs of that life.
You
Because
know,
everybody thinks it's glamorous. I thought it was glamorous until my hero Michael Jackson passed away, and I found that it wasn't so glamorous after all.
Yeah, it can be really tough on your body, and you tour so many shows every night. You know, you're moving from this state to that state, and you're on a tour bus. It's a little uncomfortable sometimes, being on the tour bus, and you just got to be ready to hit it all the time. But I will say this for me, I love what I do. So when I was doing it back in the day, it was great, and it was just like a high for me. Even though I was tired, I got up anyway, and that energy, it just motivated me to keep it going.
So the tours back in the days ain't like the ones they have now.
I don't know.
With the beds and all that good stuff.
Yeah, no, probably, yeah. And then it depends on, how huge the band is, and Atlantic Starr was pretty cool, but, the bus, that was a little challenging for me.
They had old school buses.
Yeah, it was a little challenging.
I know, Freedom Rider buses. What movie that was? Temptations. They were riding for city.
Well, no, it wasn't quite that old. No.
Oh, they had whole groups on buses. Whole record label groups.
Those are the reviews, the Motown reviews.
Yeah.
So you didn't come across Motown when you were out there doing your thing?
No, because at that time, I don't think Motown had done their thing, and they were sort of kind of, chilling at that point.
But when you were growing up, you wanted to go sing for Motown, didn't you?
Yeah. I just wanted to be a superstar.
I did too. And I grew my afro as big as I could grow it to try to make myself a superstar. But it didn't work. I had to have more talent. The afro didn't get it.
It didn't get it.
It got girls though, but it didn't get any money at all.
Okay.
So how many albums did you guys sell?
When I was in the group, that album did not do well at all. They were actually changing their chemistry. They had come off of when they did Secret Lovers and Always, it was a huge album. I came right after that. They changed the formula up because they had some difficulties with, the other singer, and they were kind of going through some things. And so when I came in, they decided that they didn't want to put a lot of play on the girl. So they started doing songs, and I did record some songs, and I did do a duet on the album, but the singles that were released featured just them.
Okay.
Yeah, and
so did they blame you?
Oh no,
I thought they might have blamed you. I was gonna call them
because they couldn't blame me because the singles they released was them.
Hey, here goes a question, this time, Bam. Bam generally knows what I'm getting ready to say, but you, since you're in the business, what is a producer?
A producer does your music, make sure that
When you say he does your music, what does that mean?
Well, he picks your music. He writes songs for you maybe, or find a great song for an artist.
Okay.
And he makes sure that that the artist delivers it the way they're supposed to deliver it. That's what a producer does in my business.
Okay, because people come in here and say they're producer, but I can't figure out what they produce. And I just wanted to ask.
They're not producing records.
Apparently not.
Or demos, songs.
What are they doing, Bam? What are they doing when they say they're producer and CEOs and all? We get all kind of titles.
They're just making a beat at home.
Making a beat at home and saying they're producers.
Well, give credit to them. They're upcoming producers.
You're not a producer until you get a hit. That's when you're a producer.
But those producers that are making the hits had to start somewhere. So, if you're developing and you have a skill and nobody has, looked at you yet, and you're searching to get yourself out there, then I would give them that if they're good producers. If they're making hot tracks.
They're beat makers.
Yeah, but still, they're producing the music. They're producing the music.
Okay, so here we go. Do you write songs?
Of course I do.
Now, what goes into writing a song? Because I sometimes think I write songs too, but for some reason they don't work out. But so how do you go? When you say you're going to sit down and write a song, how do you do it?
You know what? I'll get a track from a producer, and I pick certain tracks that move me melodically. I listen to it. I may hum a melody before I put the lyrics to it. If it has a certain feel, or if I'm looking for a certain thing, I'll go to a producer and say, hey, give me this kind of beat. I want something really fast, something really street, and then I start writing to it. So, it just kind of comes to me. At times it's come to me, I've woken up out of my sleep, because I had a melody in my head, or if the music moves me, I come up with the melody right away, then I add my lyrics to it.
Not a glass of wine or nothing like that?
No. I don't need that to write. No.
Butterface, Signal Jam.
Yeah, I don't need all that.
Signal Jam.
Yeah.
So, I guess, I used to get mad. I think I told Ben that I'd be on the train and I'd see somebody, a rapper writing some lyrics down on a paper and pencil, and I just wanted to tell them so bad. Didn't nothing come to you while you were sitting on this train? I want to tell them that for real. I want to snatch the tablet.
That's how you do it. Snatch the tablet.
Snatch the tablet, rip it in half, break the pencil,
and get out of the next stop.
And you wouldn't be on this train if something really came to your head that was significant. Anyway, so at this time, have we asked all the questions? Oh,
Chairman, song.
I was going to say you didn't do what you normally do.
Yeah, I'll sing something for you.
And then we'll let the brats come in.
Okay. I love Aretha Franklin, so I'm going to do one of.
Wait a minute. And for those listening out there, she will be singing on our show January 27th at the West End Mall from 12 to 6.
What's she going to be singing?
I don't know.
No, that's new to me. That's very new to me.
Let us sing the Negro National Anthem.
I think I talked to her about that.
He did.
So at this time, let's just share. Let's see what you got. And then if you sing one of those things with like a duet, maybe I'll do this duet or something with you. Who knows?
All right. Let's see. Looking out on the morning rain, I used to feel so uninspired. And when I knew I had to face another day, Lord, it made me feel so tired. Before the day I met you, life was so unkind. You're the key to my peace of mind. 'Cause you made me feel, say you made me feel, say you made me feel like a natural woman.
All right, that was wonderful. I thought you were going to break the glass right there and we were going to be in trouble in the booth, That's all we needed her to do is shatter the glass, and we'd have trouble. Bam!
That was hot.
That was real hot.
Thank you.
Now think about that duet I was talking to you about, man. That we could turn the whole West End Mall upside down. If we
What duet?
Huh? Travis.
Oh, I thought you was hot.
He lost you for a moment.
Wow.
Travis,
Where is Travis?
Travis is still out there doing it.
You talk to him?
No, but they have to get together. They have to get together. It would be sensational. And I don't just say that either. I'm telling you, Travis is sensational. You're sensational. It would be dynamite, and that's what we need. Some duets out there. All right,
I need to meet Travis.
Let's get these brats in here. What do these guys? Sweet tea, unsweet
tea,
unsweetened tea. Get in here.
Yeah.
Get in this box.
And no iced tea.
No iced tea in here. They scared now. Now they don't want to come through the door.
Come through the door.
What's wrong with them, man? What's wrong with them? They scared now. Come on
Come
around.
on in.
Come on around. All the way around. All the way around. Gotta make sure
All of them sisters?
No.
I thought it was Ashley.
Man, we're gonna have to keep this thing going because I'm gonna have to check my the recording, make sure we're getting everything. Somehow we're gonna
Who are our sisters?
Somebody gonna have to share.
Nobody's
a seat.
sisters.
How many is it?
Don't share seats.
So which one? Who's mom? Who's the mom? Which one?
Well, her mom's out there. Everybody's mom